Hi Scallywags, Robert here from Scallywag's Fish Bowl. We're in the rec room this evening. What I'm doing is I'm going to be taking down these two 20-gallon tanks and upgrading it to a 55 so I can change out what's in here and have some more grow outs and a larger tank. And these two tanks are going to get upgraded to go into the blue room, so they're going to lose some equipment in the tanks, or they'll just be up to sponge filters and no more hobs or anything like that. And then they'll be heated by the blue room, so I get to save on the electricity a little bit there as well. So hang out while we clean up some tanks, move some tanks around, and get some things upgraded. So lighting is going to be off because I got to have some lights to see. Lighting is not the best down here right now. So my plan, bucket, pump. First things first, I'm going to disconnect this out of the way. Now this tank I'm not as worried about as I am the little baby Aquariums because they're just a little bit smaller. These guys have got a lot more space to go down and get into, and they've been through a few more of these water changes with the pump, so I'm not as worried about them. The moment this one's ready, I'm going to drop that pump into that one. That one can start draining, so that I can get this one set up in the blue room, moved in there. That one can go in there relatively soon, and then we can start filling them all back up. I like that, and I won't go too much further than that. Again, these guys got babies in there, so I know they're all scared down to the bottom because the lights are off right now, and I can see them all down there littering the bottom, which is awesome. So we're just going to let that go real slow. Are you helping out, Baji? Buddy. All right, guys, here we go. All right, so we're in the blue room. I've tried to turn everything off so it's a little bit quieter, and I'm talking a little louder, so I hope it works a little better. But we can see we got both those tanks moved in. I put one sideways for now, one towards the front, and they are next to this 20 long with our L306 plecos in there. And so in here, while we're waiting, up above we have Inkfin calvus growing out. Nice little juveniles. Looking awesome. Little mini mobsters. We've got the L306 tank. I don't think we'll see anything today. They were out earlier when I fed. These guys down here are a new addition. These are green tier gold psalms that came from my buddy Brock over at Wackell Aquatics. 5 little guys in there growing up right now. Looking awesome. And that's not a glare back there at the back. That's a terrible patch job. It's just a bunch of silicone that you see. But it's the back of the tank. I really don't worry about it. It'll grow algae at one point and be fine. It's just a little ugly for now. Over here we have our sunshine lemon jigs. There's male hiding back there at the back. The little car tank's looking good. They're definitely angry. But here in a moment I'll get air hooked up to them. I was more worried about getting their water back filled up so they felt normal. They're as normal as they can anyway. Tank's definitely dirty since I got a different side towards the front now, so I'll get in there and get all of it tidied up and all cleaned. You won't see any of this or the water spots or the tape from the background we used previously. It'll all look nice when I'm done. But I'm just happy they're in here. We're going to finish filling this one. I'll start filling that one, and then it should be about time for dinner. So I'll come back and finish up the other two tank, or setting up that 55, excuse me, after dinner, getting sand in it and air and all that good stuff. Back to Scallywags. Had some dinner, got some grub, feel much better now. I have the tank in place. I got the other two tanks aired up, filled up. Those fish are settling. The Aquariums and the Bichardi, they looked okay when I last checked on them. What we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna put some sand in here, put some rocks in here, put a pump in here, get the light back up on here, get some water in here, so I put some fish in here. Obviously it's a little dirty, it's clearly a used tank. I did clean up the ever-living daylights out of this thing and reseal it. I traded some fish for this tank to a friend of mine, Corey, over at Some Cichlids. Tank used to be a Walmart tank. It used to be completely blue. It had a divider in it. There's still some remnants of the blue paint in there. I didn't peel off the blue tape that's along the bottom from when it was at a Walmart. And I have a Walmart sump in the garage to match as well that I've got a plan for at some point in time. Just don't know when I'm going to get to do it. But this tank here's been drilled. It's got a cover on it, and it'll make a great grow out tank for some of our juveniles. Back Scallywags. It's the next day. I've already been gathering up some fish this morning. I've put quite a few in here, a dozen or so. I've got maybe a dozen more left in here. But what I need to do is actually cull some fish. There was a bunch of babies that were born in the pond or that were bred in the pond, and I don't want them. So they've been hatched. The females have dropped them in this bucket as I've been catching them today. So all I'm going to do is actually finish stripping them, pulling out all the babies from each one of the females that I can. And this will just let me know that any babies born in here I don't really want to keep. So and now we have a tank of angry female cichlids. Just this way I can identify who I want to breed with and grow and all that fun stuff, and try to make sure I keep pulling the females that appear in my male-only tanks and give them a dedicated space. Because I don't want rampant breeding. I don't want all the aggression. I'm trying to keep it overstocked to reduce the aggression, and when there's females in there, it just makes it worse. So thanks for hanging out, Scallywags, while I move some tanks around and move some fish around this morning. Stay tuned for more. We've got some more projects planned and more things happening in the fishbowl. Have a good day, guys.